So the goal of our team is really to understand how atoms move inside proteins, which are the workhorse molecules in our bodies. Everything from, well, hair, nails, to the hemoglobin carrying oxygen in the blood, or the proteins responsible for nerve signaling in our cells. What computers can give us is an inside view how the specific parts of the molecules are moving and interacting. Now, in principle, that's pretty easy. It's just Newton's equations of motions, but there are many of them, hundreds of thousands for billions of steps, and that requires insane amounts of computational power. And we've been privileged enough to develop some of these tools. So one of these tools is GROMACS, a program that is very efficient at doing these calculations on dozens, hundreds, or in some cases even thousands of computer nodes, typically in a supercomputer. So it's both an amazing molecular microscope and a very advanced tool that is used in the pharmaceutical industry to actually design new drugs. By now it's a couple of percent, maybe 4 or 5% of all the supercomputing time in the world that is spent on GROMACS. We've also gotten lots of interest from industry in helping us to make sure that the software works better, it parallelizes better, and in particular that it can utilize new hardware. So we've had great help from Intel here, and of course Intel has been an instrumental partner in making sure that GROMACS worked with SYCL. And this is actually a gigantic shift, because suddenly we have Intel as a partner, not just targeting Intel hardware, but targeting all types of hardware for true portability. And for that, we're exceptionally thankful. So for us, the advantage of oneAPI is that we can increasingly write things in one way, but target multiple types of hardware. That means that we don't necessarily have to duplicate efforts for 3 or maybe even 4 accelerator targets. So the part of oneAPI that is most important to me and my team is, of course, that it's an open standard. We are firm believers in open standards, in particular in the long run, because that means that we can rely on it no matter what the vendors do. We're using oneAPI as one of our most important APIs to target the new Lumi supercomputer in Helsinki. It's an AMD GPU computer, and that of course shows the promise of the open standards. Looking even further ahead, we're going to have Aurora and many other super high-end computers with Intel GPUs. So why are we so enthusiastic about Intel Xe and the new high-end GPUs coming? Well, we're going to be able to run simulations that are faster than ever, we're going to have more competition in the market space than ever, and to us this means more diversity, more GPUs out there, and in particular easier ways to program all these GPUs, because we're going to have more users than ever who demand one way that they can write their program, but still targeting all 3 types of architectures. And as of today, there is really only one technology that can accomplish that, and that is SYCL together with oneAPI. So we are exceptionally happy about oneAPI, and we think it's going to be a revolution in cross-architecture programming.